All right, here we go. World Cup of iRacing live from Talladega Superspeedway. Welcome in to For Races Only TV. Top split action here. So we are ready for 100 laps and a little over 250 miles here at Talladega as we have a fun race ahead of you. Chris Scala up in the booth. Hopefully you are ready for some great racing coming up here in just a few minutes. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for tonight's race. And it looks like Ronnie Royal going to be the pole sitter in the 27 car. Congratulations to Ronnie winning the pole. DJ Harris, he'll start second. Kamonrick Little, he'll start third. Chris Pence will start fourth. Margantonio, I guess that'd be the right way to say that. He'll start fifth. James Troy in sixth. Jeff White will start in the seventh position. Chris Nosowski will start eighth. James Hickson ninth. Paul Hayden will start 10th. Mark Brown, he'll start in the 11th position alongside him. Ryan Dunn in the 12th. Jake Hayes, he'll start 13th alongside him. Will be the 81 of Leandro Morisawa. Drew Lalonde will start in the 15th position. Michael Atkins, Stephen Paulson, Logan Clampett, Ryan Worley. Bruno Barbagilli, I believe it's how that's pronounced. There's my first mispronunciation of the night. Brad Neer, Marcelo Massa will start there in the 22nd position. Colin Dietrich, Tiago Vieira, Rafael Hubble, Cody Fowler, Fabio De Carmo, William Newcomb, Bruno De Carmo, I'm assuming they're related, and Joe Maglio. Right there, your starting lineup for tonight's race. One car already hanging on the left. Let's see who that was. I don't think that's what you're supposed to do. In the 7 car, unfortunately, off the track. Not sure if that's going to delay his start. It's Jake Hayes from Georgia. Unfortunately, off the track. We'll see what happens with that. Seven car still sitting there on the back straightaway. That's not good. Ace car off. Here we go. Top split action. The Western Hemisphere version of the World Cup of iRacing. Eastern Hemisphere, they raced this morning. The Western Hemisphere goes green now on For Races Only TV. Track race on off turn 4. Ronnie Royal, DJ Harris on the outside there, and it's Union 76. That's an old school paint. It's going to be Royal leading lap 1. Marcantonio there in the second position as that inside line starts to form. Oh, one car out of shape back there. The 93, Ryan Dunn. What a save on his part. That could have been really bad. Go back and see what happened to the 93. Comes out turn. Wow, the car just broke loose on him. Kind of hits the wall a little bit there. Everybody else going to make it through okay, but no caution. We stay green. Royal still in the lead up there to 27. Pack really starting to get spread out really quickly. One car off pit road to 10. Not sure who that's being driven by. But it's and one car out of shape back there, mid-pack. That's the 30 of James Hickson. And a good save on his part. Wow, some good saves already here in the early action. The Texas driver there, the number 30, with a great save. The front 9 cars now breaking away from a second pack, being led by 73, and there's a good portion of them right there. Drew Lalonde, Paul Hayden in here, Stephen Paulson, Cody Fowler, all in this pack of traffic here. As we have 4 laps in the books. There's Fabio and Bruno DiCarmo, the two brothers, the 4 and the 12. This pack has really got spread out really quickly, which could be a good thing in the end, because you know, to let these cars get sorted out and have that good green flag run throughout, as Royal brings them off turn 4 into the tri-oval and leads another lap. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream out there so far. There's some great racing going on. There's the 44, Logan Clampett, Jeff White in the 77, the 13 up ahead there. That's Chris Nasowski working with Clampett, trying to get that outside line rolling. Multiple packs of cars out here. Let's go back to here. The 21 car being driven by Rafael Kubi, I believe is how that's pronounced. Got Cody Fowler, the 24 up ahead there in the Twitch car, the 58. Stephen Paulson back here. Back here, 5 seconds back from the leaders. Here's the 83, Joe Maglio, Tiago Vieira. So you see just the different packs forming up. Plenty of racing to go. 93 laps to go in this 100-lap race. So plenty of time to make something happen here. But also plenty of time to make mistakes as we look back up the leader, Ronnie Royal. This front pack just kind of running single file. Logan Clamp at the 44 back here. DJ Harris, Jeff White. The 7-car breakaway here in the front. Biggest pack is back here for 8th. James Troy's got a long line of cars here as they're trying to catch the leaders. So we ride with Troy into 2. How far up there is to the lead pack. Looks like Nasowski and Clampett trying to team up there to make a run on the outside. Not able to do so yet. These open setup cars, I mean, they've had all the time in the world to put these cars together. I was looking around different practice rooms throughout and noticed that there were Just so many different clubs hosting practice sessions to get their setups right here for Talladega. As we look up front, there's that 13. Nasowski only almost made contact. He's up against the wall. They might have touched. Everybody gets away, no harm, no foul, other than maybe some minor damage on the 13. He's falling back. He's going to lose his pack and fall back to that second one. Two cars off the track already, Ryan Worley and Jake Hayes. Hayes never got started. His car parked over in turn 2 against the wall before the green flag came out. But other than that, Marcelo Massa, the only car a lap down right now. And the 27 or the 18 of Kamon Rick Little is actually a lap down right now. So he's the first car lap down there in the number 18 car. So he is not on the lead lap. You watch this massive pack of cars that have come back together. They're going to pick up the 13 here. As we complete lap 12. This pack's still about 3 seconds back. Not really a difference yet. It's been about the same the whole time. This just the start of the World Cup season pretty much for iRacing, as they got a lot of great things coming up in September. In September, they'll have the Enduro Championship from Silverstone, GT1 and GT3 cars. September 19th will be that race, so if you're a road racing fan, you get your clubs together. A 6-hour race at Silverstone. That is going to be a pretty fun race. Ran Silverstone for the first time a couple weeks ago. That was a pretty fun track. GT1, GT3 cars. That again will come up on September 19th. Ronnie Royal has led all 12 laps so far here at Talladega. How cool would it be to get a top split win and potentially help your team out? Again, how the scoring is worked out in the iRacing World Cup is basically the top team that scores the most points in all the splits. I'm not sure how many there were. I know the gentleman who put the races together put 10 splits up. Not sure if all 10 are going to be filled or not. I'm assuming so. But if that's the case, then what you're going to see is the top team from all 10 splits that get the most combined points, they will move on and take on the UK and I team, the United Kingdom and Ireland team that won this morning. Congratulations to those guys, as some of them I'm sure are up right now late in the night. What is it? Probably 2, 3 in the morning over there, something like that. So congratulations to those guys who are watching this evening, and we'll see them tomorrow here on For Racing Only TV. We will have the final live for you right around 5 o'clock Eastern time. We hope to see you here. Got about 11 cars in this second pack, and you see the leaders right up ahead. These guys are starting to work their way towards the leaders. DJ Harris and Jeff White have fallen off the lead pack now. Somebody mentioned over in the chat just a little bit ago, hey, check out the scheme on the second place car. Look at that. The Union 76 car, old school gas there. Oh, and caution out on the speedway. We got trouble. Ryan Dunn. And the 7's still there, by the way. He's still sitting there. Wow. I don't mean to laugh, but wow. Let's see what happened. 93 already with some damage from earlier when he tail whipped the wall. Gets the apron and he just comes loose again. This time, though, he's not able to correct it. To 70 to 383 involved. Tough break there for both of those guys. Colin Dietrich, an innocent bystander in that wreck. The first caution out, lap 15. Right there, bam, just snaps on him. Colin probably not a happy camper as we got pit stops. One car over on the inside wall, and we got one car short pitting here. That is Stephen Paulson. Or Paulison, I believe that's pronounced. He'll take the lead off pit road. Marcantonio will be second. Royal Clampett. Stephen Paulson, representing the Northwest, leads this race. There's Daniel Marcantonio in the 31. Running second, and Ronnie Royal, Logan Clampett there in the 44. Chris Nosowski, James Troy. Some good names in this race. Again, the championship race will be here tomorrow on For Races Only TV a little after 5 o'clock once the Talladega Cup race ends. We'll come back here and run Talladega for 80 laps. The championship race only 80 laps long tonight, 100 laps. And now settle down. Paulson going to come back to pit road. So not sure if somebody failed on him, maybe his fuel man or something. Might have missed his pit stall, maybe. Yeah, look how he came out of his stall. Some other cars coming into pit road just to top off the fuel. The 3 is in. Drew Lalonde. As we are still 2 laps until green, the 10 there, Marcelo Massa going to get a lap back. He'll be officially 1 lap down, I believe. When do we go back to racing? So you look up at the ticker just to see who's running where and what class they're in and everything. I did put up the clubs on the screen tonight, so you'll be able to see up top who's running where and what position and what club they're in. As you see, like Thiago Vieira up top there from Brazil. You got Bruno Barbagalli from Brazil also there. And then Jeff White from the Midwest. So you see the different clubs. So you can kind of see where everybody's running, what club's looking good here in the top split, and what club might be struggling here just a little bit as we complete lap 18. Should get one to go this time, maybe not. Looks like we're going another lap under caution here. So I mentioned earlier about the Enduro race September 19th, GT1 and GT3 cars Silverstone for 6 hours for part of the World Cup of iRacing. The other one is when all the real fun really begins, the October 24th through the November 14th range, where basically that's where all the clubs come together and they run the road and the oval all in one day, basically, but they're doing it throughout a couple weeks, about a 3-week period. Finland, last year's champion of the World Cup of iRacing, they have chosen DW12 at the Suzuka track, so DW12 at Suzuka and Xfinity Series at Homestead. So that'll be the two races, two tracks and cars that you'll be able to race October through November later this year for the World Cup, if you want to be a part of that. So DW12 Suzuka, wow, and Xfinity Homestead. Feel free to chat it up during the race. I have the chat actually up over on my left side here, and if you're one who wants to talk a little bit about the race, I'm always good to answer some questions or whatever, or if you want to talk, we've got good friends of mine in the room here and others that I don't really know and would love to get to know if you're in here. So appreciate you watching tonight. Hit that follow button down below if you want to watch some other broadcasts. We're always on throughout the week. We cover leagues like Some Racing Authority, Extreme Motorsports 99, and also United Sim Racing Championship and stuff here when they're on. But hit that follow button, come watch some great league racing here and some great racing like this, as you see from the World Cup of iRacing. Lights are off on the pace car. Means we're going back to racing here. Daniel Marcantonio is the leader. Ronnie Royal going to be second. Logan Clampett, Chris Nasowski, James Troy going to be your top 5 as we get ready to go back to racing. Fabio DeCarmo, he'll restart 6th. Chris Pence in 7th. Cody Fowler will be 8th. James Hickson 9th. Paul Hayden will be 10th. Mark Brown, Michael Atkins, Bruno Barbagalli, I'm going to get that right one of these days. He'll be 13th. Joe Maglio will be 14th. Leandro Morassara will start 15th. Bruno DeCarmo, he'll be 16th. Rafael Hubian 17th. Stephen Paulison, he'll be 17th. And Thiago Vieira 19th. And then Ryan Dunn will restart 20th with that damage from the incident that just happened. Friends, if you're a part of a restart here on For Racers Only TV, you know what happens here. If you're not, I suggest you turn your speakers up. Let's sit back and let's do some World Cup wide open on For Racers Only TV. caution on the speedway. Looks like it's Ryan Dunn again. Maybe no. We'll have to find the caution here. It is for Ryan Dunn, it looks like. Turn 2 strikes him again. Goes spinning. Ryan not having a good race so far. Ryan is 2 for 2 pretty much. You can see him well off the pace. Goes into turn 2 here. Let's see if he gets any contact from the 7. Oh no, he was loose before the 7 got to him. And caution out for the second time. Lap number 22. You see the wave around happening here. You kind of wonder what to expect when you go into this kind of race. I mean, I've never really got to be a part of too much of a top split of a race, so I always get to talk to friends about, oh, this is what's going on, this is what happens, that kind of thing. I mean, obviously you see what happens with the pro races and the Peak Antifreeze series that you always see on Tuesday nights, and you know, sometimes they put on good shows, sometimes they have wreckfests, and you just never know. And of course, some of these guys tonight with setups being in the top split, I mean, the pressure's on. You want to win this thing, and you want to help contribute your club and get them to the finals, especially when you have a pretty solid UK and I team waiting for them tomorrow afternoon, our time, evening, their time. We got clubs tonight like Brazil being represented here. Saw Northwest is here, Midwest is here. Saw a Texas driver earlier. So pretty much anybody in the Western Hemisphere is in this race tonight. See Indiana up there, see New England. And of course, a lot of drivers from Brazil are part of this, so appreciate all the drivers being a part of this and racing. I know if I wasn't up here, I'd probably be racing myself in this race. That'd be kind of cool to get all the viewers and have all the viewers be able to watch some World Cup racing, kind of put on a show for everyone to see and let you know that this is a lot of fun to do, especially when you're able to, you know, usually you race with teams and that kind of thing. Yeah, but tonight you're all about racing with your clubs and being a part of that, and you got different sets of teammates than what you're used to. Gardner, to answer your question, you said a 44's round on the apron. That's Logan Clampett. Yeah, basically right now he's not doing anything because it's flat there, but he's on the apron right now. Yeah, you could say he's saving fuel a little bit, but more he's probably just making sure there's no checkup or something. He's trying to keep his car clean, but that is a way to I don't know how much in iRacing it comes into play, but in real life racing, yeah, that saves you fuel. Keeps all the fuel away from the tank and that kind of thing. So, now of course the main way in these cars you save fuel, you just shut the engine off, put it in fourth gear, and just clutch it the whole time. Cody Fowler mentioned he's racing, and yeah, him and I know each other pretty well. He actually did hand me a setup that I attempted to run last night, but yeah, got junked pretty quick, I must say. Yeah, Fish, I mean, I agree with you. I mean, being somebody who was born and raised in Florida, that's the cool part. I mean, I wish I could help Florida out. Of course, I live in Indiana now, so technical part of that club, which is fine. And, you know, I always like to see Florida doing well if Indiana's not, or one of those two states doing well. So we're quarter distance in, 25 laps complete out of the 100. With Daniel Marcantonio. He and Ronnie Royal have done a good job racing together. Logan Clampett and Nasowski have done a good job teaming up. Torrey and Fowler have done a great job. DeCarmo, Pent, Hickson, Atkins, Hayden, Brown, all these guys doing a pretty good job. Cars behind the wall. Right now only looks like Colin Dietrich, Jake Hayes, and Ryan Worley. Not sure if Hayes has got his car off the back straightaway yet or not. But we'll go back to racing lap number 26 here at Talladega. Top split action, the World Cup of iRacing here on For Races Only TV. Getting ready for a boxing match later tonight too, by the way. I'll be going to watch that after this. Green flag. That outside line, Logan Clampett to the front. A lot of help from Nasowski. They're getting a pretty good gap, and I don't know if that's such a good thing. Different packs starting to form up right now. You got one pack that consists of about 8 or 9 cars, and you got another pack that has a good 10 to 15 in it. Pretty close to having one pack, though. If that second pack can get up here, you got 2 cars up on the outside there, mid-pack. Michael Atkins there in the 5. There's Bruno Barbigli. 76 also a part of this. DJ Harris, your outside pole sitter. Best thing you can do right now is just get single file and, I mean, not only ride, but just trying to keep yourself as close to that front pack as possible. These cars are getting side by side and they're just losing the pack. Clampett, your leader. 3 lead changes so far, 2 cautions, 7 laps. There's your pole sitter, Ronnie Royal there. 4th position, caution on the track again. And the 20 of Paul Hayden is off. Let's see what happened to Paul. Paul's on the outside, and I'm starting to already kind of be curious of what happened here. We have a bumper hook right there. Great job by everybody to miss him. Watch this again. First class bumper hook right here on the 20. And caution out for the 3rd time. And leader's going to come to pit road. Clampett going to lead him in there. 1 call. Wow, the 13 is parked in the wall. Nasowski. A lot of cars just topping off on fuel and getting out. So Ronnie Royal going to have the lead back. James Torrey will be 2nd. Fabio DeCarmo will be 3rd now. Chris Pence, James Hickson will be your top 5. Chris Pence there in the 4th position. There's Bruno DeCarmo. He is in 8th. Stephen Paulison had the issues on pit road. He's now back up to 9th. Drew Lalonde there in 14th. He is going to come back to pit road with the 18 of Mondrick Little. Jeff White back here, DJ Harris, Michael Atkins. All these guys just trying to survive basically to get to the finish. Trying to help their clubs get to the championship round tomorrow, 5 o'clock here on For Races Only TV against UK and I, the United Kingdom and Ireland. You see a post there, MTB Doug, talking about Matt Dalton, the captain for UKI, doing a great job there. So congratulations to those guys. That's what happens when you organize a good team together. You're successful. That's what it comes down to. So congratulations to them on a good run, and hopefully see them all in action tomorrow. They'll bring 15 to their best. And again, how the point structure happens will be where you finish in whatever split you're in, basically, and all the points add up. And then the top team with the number of points after all 10 splits complete tonight, that'll be the team that moves on. And we'll take on the UKI team tomorrow. Out of all the groups I've seen so far in this room, I think the one I've seen the most is Brazil and Texas. I mean, I've been kind of during the caution looking up and seeing some of the clubs and see what I've seen the most. It's, I think Brazil and Texas have been the two I've seen the most, I believe. You would think they would have the advantage being in this room, but not necessarily. Three cautions, 10 laps, 4 lead changes already. Royals led the most laps so far with 18. Mark Antonio has led 10. He's back to 13th right now. Logan Clampett has led 4. Stephen Paulison has led 1. Those have been your 4 leaders so far in this race. Five cars behind the wall. Raphael Hubie, Brad Neer, Colin Dietrich, Jake Hayes, Ryan Worley. As we'll get ready to go back to racing here, lap 34. Royal going to wait until the green comes out to go. He decided not to go on pace car this time. Oh, and one car to 77 is spun around. And just like that, we're back under caution. Let's see what happened to him. I'm starting to wonder if we had the old school, I'm trying to get to the bottom and hooked them. Everybody takes off. Oh, the 5 gets in the back of the 77 and turns him. And the 3 involved also in this. Lalonde. Wow, that 77 is junk, unfortunately. Let's see if we can get on board with the 77 for the restart and see what happened. Just going to see him get turned. Right there. No caution out once again. See, ain't the leader's going to pit here. Everybody's doing fakes. Now we got about 64 to go, so you're well in the window for one stop. You don't have to worry about that. So those who are enjoying the broadcast, I'll go ahead and share with you what we have going on outside of the World Cup of iRacing and things that you can see on For Races Only TV. Tomorrow night, following the World Cup race from Talladega, the 80 laps are done here. We actually have another broadcast we're going to be doing at Las Vegas, or actually at Bristol tomorrow night for the Sim Racing Authority PC Master Race Series, which is a truck series race, and you can come and join us for that at 7:30 if you're not usually on this channel. You can come on in and watch this. That'll be after the World Cup of iRacing. We'll have that race for you, so you can come join us there. And then Monday night we'll have another Sim Racing Authority race for the Sideways Series from Las Vegas. So if you're a newcomer to the channel, hopefully you're enjoying what you're seeing. And just pretty much explain, it's all a one-man show on my end. I just sit here and run the channel, or run the as much as I can to try to get you all the information from the ticker up top to me talking to you and all that good stuff. So I love talking to everybody and love to see everybody chatting and doing all that stuff. So you can hit the Facebook button, the Twitter button down below there, the YouTube, all that good stuff. You can see there is all the races are right there on YouTube for you to check out. As a matter of fact, I did a race earlier today, a race from Monday night. I redid today, and you can actually probably get that on YouTube by now. I think it's probably uploaded. So if anybody here is watching the other splits or something, just spotting or whatever, spectating it, give us an update over here and let us know what is going on in those other splits. If you have an update, feel free to put it in the channel here. If you're a member of a certain team or something, that's love to try to keep everyone informed of what's going on, because obviously we can only control one channel, so and that's where we are in the top split. So I know we got 9 others. Should be coming back to 1 to go this time by. We are 1 to go. So the 4, Fabio De Carmo, who's now your second place runner. From Brazil, he'll start second. James Torrey will start third. Chris Pence will be fourth. And of course, James Hickson there in the 5th position. A few Texas cars up there I'm noticing now. So through turn 3 and 4 they come and get ready for the green flag here. Let's hope we can get a good long green flag run here. We had a good one at the start, a good, 10-15 laps of a green flag run. Ever since then, it's been a little bit of a wreck fest, but hopefully these guys will settle in now and realize, hey, we got 60 laps to go here, so let's just kind of get together and ride. You know, pace car pulls off, and Royal's going to pull away. Royal kind of checked up there a little bit. I don't know if you saw that. He let out of the gas, and he could have been gone, but smart move on his part. And he's actually going to lose the lead because of it. The 14, Chris Pence, going to jump to the outside and take the lead. Bump traffic going on to 12. Going to try to push the 83 as Logan Clampett takes him 3 wide outside. All by himself up there. And Pence going to be our 6th leader of the night. Once again, kind of separated at the start. Now they're working their way back together here. You see a pretty good number of cars in that lead draft. Cody Fowler trying to find a spot back there to get in line. The 12 going to try to poke out the line. DeCarmo with no help. He will fall back in line. You see there the first 8 cars all separated. Then you got a pack of 2. You got 1 car and a pack of 3. Vernon DeCarmo getting back in line there in that 12th position. Ride with the 12. If you got to set up with good speed, you could suck back up there without really needing drag the brake and all that good stuff. So DeCarmo showing he's got a pretty solid setup there. He does have help from the 66 there behind him, another Brazilian, Bruno Barber. Back here, Mark Brown from Indiana. Daniel Marcantonio, he's back here in the 31. He led a good portion of laps earlier. He's just kind of riding. Kind of worked his way back to the front there in the 31. The green, white, and black car. You got about the top 16 cars all within 4 seconds. Everyone else about 7 seconds or further back. Clampett is about to get freight trained. He made the mistake, got out of line, and now he's going backwards. Well, never mind. Now he's got some help. DeCarmo going to go up there. The damage on that 83. You see the valence on that bottom of the front end, a little up in the air. Not sure how that's affecting Maglio's car. The Maglio up in the 4th position. You see DeCarmo going to get back in line, leaving Clampett out there with Hickson. There's 5 laps from halfway. Everybody just jostling all around. It's almost like they want to stay in line, but it's almost like they're trying to cool their car down a little bit, and that's what's making them room. And Clamper get a side draft off a car. He won't be able to do anything with it, unfortunately. Back here you got Thiago Vieira. There's Leandro Morasara. Got Paul Hayden there in the 20. These two just trying to work their way back up there. You see the damage on the 20. Stephen Paulison back here. 9.9 seconds back in that 58. And Marcelo Massa back here working with the 4 car, Fabio DeCarmo, who is 4 laps down actually. So Fabio, unlike his brother, not running too well tonight. Chris Pence from Texas leading Ronnie Royal from Carolina. He is 2nd. James Torrey of Texas in 3rd. You notice in the trend here, the 83 of Joe Maglio, he's in New England, so he's doing a great job representing the Northeast. And then Bruno DeCarmo, his caution is on the speedway, and it's for Logan Clampett. Clampett has spun off turn 2. He took some pretty heavy damage. .44 up on that. Oh, contact there. More contact with the 66. Trying to hold on to her, and there he noses into the wall and goes spinning off of 2. And Logan Clampett going to bring out the caution for the 5th time. See it again here. Oh, the 66 lines up into him a little bit. There's the contact. Let's see here again on board. Caution out for the 44 as he's on pit road. Pit stops. James Torrey going to win the race on pit road. We'll go back and look at pit stops real quick. And actually, Tori stays out, it looks like. I'm seeing this right. Tori kind of banking on maybe another caution happening before that round of pit stops. Let's see if he does pit or not. Leaders all come. He stays out. Right side tires going on, and that's going to be it for Royal. He'll take 2 and win the race off pit road out of those who did pit. You see Pence back there in the 14, going to come out third. All this behind James Torrey, who will be the leader. And what I'm actually going to do, I don't get to do this often, but I'm going to do it real quickly. I'm actually going to step away for a quick second. I'm going to get me some water, and I'm going to come back and we'll get this last half of the race. We're halfway here at Talladega in the World Cup of iRacing. Stand by. We'll be right back here on Races Only TV, which, by the way, we don't do commercials, so we just keep the stream on. All right, back we are. It always helps when the kitchen's like 2 feet from you. Appreciate all the viewers watching here tonight, especially if you're someone who's never been a part of Races Only TV and watching us. Name's Chris Scallon. We welcome you in. I want to thank people running the World Cup for allowing me to broadcast this race. We actually got to talking last year sometime about broadcasting some races, but unfortunately all the sessions fell on times when I was going out of town, so I wasn't able to help out. And then this year it worked out perfect where this race was on a weekend I was here, and glad to be able to put it on for you guys here for the top split on Races Only TV. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you are not someone who's been in a race already and out, like Logan Clampett, for instance. Logan, I'm going to ask you a question, and don't take this the wrong way, because I know you like to race and things, but what were you doing on the outside the whole time? You should have jumped in line and rode, right? Just thinking. I mean, I know you want to be aggressive. Do what you got to do. I'm just asking. So the Texas group going to be up front right now. James Torrey will be first. James Hickson in second. You have the 31 of Mark Antonio. He'll be third. Stephen Paulison up to fourth. He was riding in the back. Now he's up front. Ronnie Royal will be fifth. Nasowski, Pence, DeCarmo. So come off the turn 4. We'll go back to racing here. No, absolutely. I agree with you, Fish. I was just trying to give him a logic question. Pace car's off. Torrey will bring him to the green flag, and Hickson gets a good start on the outside. Something tells me this might have been set up. The Texas group going to work together. Or not. So the two Texas guys on the inside, Hickson and Torrey. Got Stephen Paulson on the outside all by himself. He's got a little bit of help, a couple car lengths back. $18 cars in this lead draft right here. 52 laps complete, 48 to go at Talladega. Again, the Tops team amount of points will move on tomorrow to take on the UK and I team after they won earlier today in the Eastern Hemisphere race. That happened at like 8 a.m. this morning. Congratulations to them, and appreciate those who are watching that team. Doing some scouting. Oh, there's not room there. '27 going to jump out of line with Pence. Ronnie Royal on the outside, the pole sitter showing his muscle. Oh, the 30 almost gets turned. The Texas group about took themselves out. Great save by Hickson. Let's watch the replay here. They always say in Texas everything happens bigger in Texas. Well, they about had the big wreck. Let's see if it was a bumper hook or something. That's exactly what it was, right there. Great save on everyone's part. Now Ronnie Royal leads this race, and look at this back here. Ronnie Royal now, Chris Pence, Chris Nasowski, your top three. Ruben DeCarlo, James Torrey, Michael Atkins now joining the pack in the 5. With nowhere to go going backwards. And there's a new name there, Leandro Morisawa, the 81. Say that name 3 times fast. 2 with heavy nose damage, Errol. I just noticed that. That's probably what's hurting him real badly. Let's see if these cars settle down now after having the 5 cautions in the first half of the race here. We've been green for a good 6-7 laps. Look at Cody Fowler there in the 6th position doing a good job. Nisowski taking a peek out there outside, wanted maybe to get second. Here he goes. I would ask a logic question again, but I have a feeling Fish would throw a shoe at me if I did, so I'm just going to not do it. The 27, these guys have pulled out. They got a good 4-car group just kind of tandeming up. Then you got Mark Antonio back here. Maglio doing a good job. All these cars single file, while these 4 race for the lead. Oop, there's the hook. And the 12 is in the wall. And I think the 13 saved it. Wow. What a save on both parts there. That could have been really bad. Let's see what happens here. You see the 13 gets turned. The 12 moves up against the wall, but everybody straightens it out. Get to that left rear of somebody. That's what happens right there. 14 got really lucky. Wow, nice save by the 13. Now the top two have about 0.8 of a second, almost a second now, and Atkins, Cody Fowler up to 4th. This pack really starting to get spread out now. Group of cars back here. The 76, DJ Harris. Vonrick Little. Also there in the 18 car, Mac Brown. He's in this pack with the 13. He's still going. Top 12. All right there within about 4 seconds of each other. Still got 17 cars on the lead lap. William Newcomb, the last on the lead lap, he is some 45 seconds back. But the one thing we're learning again, the bumper hook is real, as some say. But now the leaders have been caught. The 31, the 83, Maglio, Mark Antonio running pretty well here. Got the 24 Fowler back there at the 5 of Atkins also. 6 laps to go for Talladega. '52 back here. I don't see him on my screen at all over here for. Oh, there he is. Thiago Vieira actually in the 11th position. Got the 4 pushing up force. Fabio Di Carlo, he's some 4 laps down, so he's trying to get just the best finish possible. Back up here in the front in the top 6 single file. So Atkins, Fowler, Misowski, Mark Brown there from Indiana. He is in the 8th position, doing a good job here. I mentioned Little and Harris. They're running 9th and 10th. All these guys starting to come back together into a pack. Going past the lap car, the 93. Got the 5 and a 24 running together here. Fowler's got to be careful pushing that outside to make sure he doesn't bumper hook like we've seen multiple times already. Royal's been strong on the bottom, and here comes Atkins into 5. 32 to go. Again, the top team in all 10 splits, combined points, will move on and face UK and I tomorrow. 15 drivers from each club will race against each other to see who will be the champion of the Intimidator of the World Cup of iRacing. Antonio back there in the 5th spot, just kind of riding. You ride with the 31, you look up ahead. Gonna pass by the 10. Marcelo Masu is 1 lap down in 17th. Pack of 4 here. Brown, Harris, Little, Misowski. These guys will catch a lap car here very shortly. Now there will be one more pit stop out of these guys. You're only able to go about 40 laps on a tank of fuel. You're coming up to 30 to go right now, so there will be some pit stops coming. Meanwhile, up front, Atkins going for it. Fowler trying to get some air there and trying to get up there and push that 5 some more. He's had him beside the 27, but nothing more than that. Finally, he is going to get the push. Fowler going to push Atkins to the front. 28 to go. Atkins trying to block that bottom a little bit so he get Fowler up to second, but unfortunately that's not going to happen. Chris Pence doing a great job pushing the 27 of Royal. As you see, Marcantonio has joined in the picture. Maglio's there also. You see the 3 coming off of pit road. Your top 6 separated by a half second. Then you got a 4-car group back here. They're trying to catch this lead back. They're hoping they keep battling. Then you got a good 4 seconds back here to these cars. Who is going to take on UKNI tomorrow? We're going to find out. And again, a reminder for those who love road racing, September 19th. I know it's a good 6 months away, 4 or 5 months away, something like that. But Enduro, Silverstone, the Enduro World Cup. GT1 and GT3 cars for 6 hours at the Silverstone racetrack. Going to be a lot of fun there. You can join the World Cup of iRacing on the 19th of September there, and then October 24th through November 14th, the rest of the World Cup will be ran. Finland, who was the champions last season, picked the DW12 at Suzuka and Xfinity and Homestead for the championship races there. So that's how it all shapes up this season for the World Cup. There you see your top 5, where everybody's running. Everybody's currently running with 24 laps to go. And you see Atkins and Fowler continuing to roll together here. Royal continuing to lead with Pence. .31's kind of losing his partner back there, Maglio. He might want to go back and get him if he's going to need help. One thing that's caught my mind here is look back here. These 3 cars slowly starting to work their way in. That lead down to 2.4 seconds from these guys as you see Atkins going for the lead up front there. As one car spinning, the 18, he has spun it around, not sure if he was coming to pit road. Let's see what happened here. I think he was coming to pit road and lost it. He's on the apron loose right there. Whoa, whoa. Lewis having problems off of 4. He gets 4 tires and he pulls away. You see Atkins trying to get some air on that 5. This is becoming a 6 and maybe soon to be an 8-car pack for the win. In the championship tomorrow, 5 o'clock. Make sure you join us here, UK and I. And the winner of this is we got pit stops. Here comes, all by himself, the 31. Actually, he does have help with him. Maglio is going to come with him. Green flag pit stops. If we can any kind of tires or anything here. Right side's on. And that's it. Right side's on to 31. And that's it for him. So he'll pull away. So the first 2 leaders to pit right now. Question now becomes, when do the others come? There are now 19 laps to go here at Talladega. At 5 cautions the first 50 laps. And we've been green pretty much the rest of the way so far. Hopefully you've enjoyed the top split. Hopefully you've enjoyed the broadcast, especially if you're someone new here. A little pack of cars back here. This is 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and that's it. Actually, the one car in here is a lap down. That's the 4. We jump back up here with the leaders. Not sure which Chris hometown touchdown is talking about, but somebody's cheering on Chris. And I'm assuming it's Pence because he's the only Chris I see on the list. So Pence pushing along to 27 here as they catch the 2 cars who pitted just a minute ago. So when will these cars come to pit road? And obviously, they're probably not going to go with tires, I would think. I mean, don't get me wrong. I did see earlier this week a guy at Daytona blow a tire in turn 3. As they come to put the 31 and 83 now a lap down. So it shows you the tandem, it works, but more than 2 cars is faster. Ronnie Royals led 52 out of the 85 laps that are about to be completed. Of course, Ronnie representing Carolina. You got Chris Pence out of Texas. You got the 5 of Michael Atkins. He's out of Carolina. You got Cody Fowler out of Carolina. So all of a sudden, that Texas and Brazil thing I was talking about earlier has now become the Carolina thing. Carolina representing 3 of the top 6. Back here, DJ Harris and Nasowski, 76 and 13. They've fallen back to 6 seconds back. Morisawa, Hayden, Brown, and Vieira all in this little pack. And you got the lap cars of those who have pitted or fallen a lap back. Who is it going to be? Who's going to help their team and give them a big boost, potentially heading into tomorrow? That's not nice. Funny though. Again, you'll see it all tomorrow, right around 5 o'clock or so. We should be live as soon as the Cup race ends at Talladega. We'll have the broadcast up and ready to go for 80 laps tomorrow night. That'll lead us right into Sim Racing Authority and the PC Master Race Series. You can see on For Racing on TV tomorrow at 7:30 Eastern Time. Putting Paulus in a lap down. Actually, a second lap down, it looks like. Royal looking back at Pence in that front end. Just minding his P's and Q's, trying to get to victory lane. Leaders coming up on more lap traffic. Who is in the right spot to make a move? We're going to find out shortly. Yeah, I believe all the leaders except the 81 and 38 need to pit. Or, sorry, not the 81, but the 83 and 31. As cars come to pit road now. Fowler's in the grass. And he blew by his pit stall. That's going to hurt him bad. And I think Fowler's going to be penalized in the end. He might be done. The fine's just leaving pit road. Well, Fowler's out. Let's see what kind of... Yeah, he had a penalty, obviously, because the 5 is gone. That's really going to hurt Fowler. Biggest thing in all pit road, do not make a mistake. Fowler obviously drove it in there too hot and hurt himself. Let's see what happened to him. Trying to lock it down, just came in too hot. So the next question becomes, when do the leaders come to pit road? Now they're not going to have to take as much fuel, which is going to help them out. Somebody just blew up. Trying to see who it is. Looking for somebody with a significant loss of speed. Unfortunately, I can't find it, but somebody just blew an engine. You could hear it. As they come to 8 laps to go. All right, that sounds good, Mike. We can do that. Everybody, shout out to Mike, by the way. Mike is the guy who organized this race. So everybody needs to send a thank you to Mike. And thank you, Mike, for allowing me to broadcast this race. So Ronnie Royal, Chris Pence, first and second. You got DJ Harris and Nasowski, third and fourth here. Morisawa in the fifth position. He's being helped by a lap car, a Brazilian teammate, I believe that is, of the 4 of Fabio Di Carmo. And now the leaders are in. Pence is in. Royal's in. And they top off and they're gone just like that. They didn't need much fuel. Nasowski and Harris coming off pit road also. And here comes the 31, the 83 in the tri-oval now. So that just shows you right there. These guys did not need much time off pit road. Now they're going to be the leaders. So Ronnie Royal and Pence, it's going to be settled, I think, between these two, and it's over with. Unless a caution comes out like now. And, of course, now the interesting part comes down to, obviously, Texas doesn't want to help Carolina win. Carolina doesn't want to help Texas win. So who's going to make the move here? They're going to have an 8-second lead over Michael Atkins. And it's 11 seconds back to Mark Antonio and Maglio. There's Atkins all by himself. And you got these two working together. There's Nasowski in the sixth position. DJ Harris, he's separated from the 13. There's Paul Hayden in the 20. He's got Mark Brown, 8th and 9th. Huh. The next time by, it will be 4 laps to go here from Talladega. Again, stick around. We will have the announcement of who will join UK and I tomorrow and go head-to-head. That pack back here has now become a 4-car pack. You're going to see likely Atkins and Nasowski get together here and probably team up, while the 83 and 31 move to 3rd and 4th. 3 laps to go. Who is going to pull it off here in Talladega? Again, basically a collection of points from all the finishers representing their clubs in all 10 splits. That'll determine who will move on to tomorrow. All the rest will have to sit back and watch. What does Pence have in store? Has he practiced this move with 2 cars? I mean, can you make the move that you're used to be able to make with the old build or not? You know, the old build, you used to be able to just kind of swing the outside and make the move. Can you do it here? I guess this kind of comes down to what kind of setup you have in it. 2 to go. The battle for third. Atkins, Marcantonio, Maglio, Nisowski all going at it here. That's all 11 seconds back though. As these two will come to the white flag. Will it be Carolina? Will it be Texas? Or will it be C? None of the above. Does Pence have anything for Royal? Pence fell back a little bit there. He's got a draft here. He wasn't able to make up anything. He's going to try to get a run off of 4 here. Let's see what he can do. He's going to try. I don't think he can do it. It's going to be Carolina. It's going to be Ronnie Royal winning in Talladega. Top split. And Carolina gets a big bonus there. Great job, though, by Pence, finishing second. Back here for third. Looks like Marcantonio, Atkins, Nisowski, and Maglio. Going to be your top 6. Everybody sorts it out. Let's look at your final standings. Ronnie Royal, Chris Pence, Atkins, Nisowski, Marcantonio going to be your top 5. Maglio, Harris, Fowler, Brown, and Hayden, your top 10. Morisawa, Hickson, Torrey, Paulison, Vieira, Massa, Newcomb, Carmo Little, the other Carmo, going to finish 18th and 20th, respectively, the brothers. Jeff White, Ryan Dunn, Bruno Bugli, Logan Clampett, Drew Lalonde, Hubie going to finish 26th. Near Dietrich Hayes and Worley, your 30 finishers in the race. As basically everything will get sorted out now. And we'll get to see who will represent what club coming up tomorrow. So we'll go ahead and we're going to keep the warm-up screen up here, so just to let everybody see what's going on there, and we'll sit back here and just kind of hang out and let us know if you're just got done racing, your thoughts, how you're feeling. Feel free to share that, and if you have any previous results from any other race, go ahead and share that also. Got one split we're waiting on here, so Mike's got the points pretty much uploaded, and we'll make the announcement here. Mike, how many laps are to go on there in that one? Again, I appreciate it for joining us this evening. No problem. I appreciate it. We're not done yet, though. Appreciate the 43 viewers, at least that I'm seeing here on the screen, as I'm using my phone actually to see. Yeah, if I hang still, and we'll keep you. I'll try to do my best to keep you entertained. I promise I won't do any bad jokes. So Fish, you don't have to worry about that. And right off the bat, you see somebody's blown up. But here, we're jumping in. We're going to that split. Not sure how many laps are left. We'll get our ticker up here to see where we're at. Well, you see they are under caution. And it looks like they're actually coming to the finish. They're at 2 to go right now. James Crawford of Carolina is leading. So it looks like another Carolina person up in front. Another Texas in second. Not sure what split this is. So it looks like Carolina has won 2 of the splits I can put out there, because 27 about to take that awesome Ted Musgrave Classic scheme to victory lane. Okay. Oh, yeah, I know you are, Cody. I know you. I thought you were Mike for a second. Just kind of seeing where everybody's running here on the list. Let's take a look. We'll just do this, pull this up there. That's where everybody's going to finish. Looks like Crawford's a Carolina guy, so. So as soon as they'll cross the line, about 10 minutes from now, we'll have everything set up, and we'll get Mike in here, and we'll announce who will represent who from the Western Hemisphere to take on the East. And you see Crawford takes the win, so. So there we go. Out here pretty shortly, we're going to find out who will be that team. That'll race as the points go in. So hopefully you stick around. Hopefully you enjoyed. Again, feel free to share over here how your experience was. If you're a new viewer, enjoyed the race tonight, make sure you hit the follow button down below. And again, the winner will come in tomorrow and race against the team you see on the screen that's been kind of speaking her piece a little bit and how they are going to win. Which I like confidence. Nothing wrong with that. I'm actually going to step away real quick and give me a drink, and we'll come back and make the announcement, guys. Just hang out here and chat, and we'll be right back. I saw Ronnie came in the channel here for a second. I was going to put him on the air, but Ronnie, if you're here, I don't mind bringing you in here if you want to talk for a second. We'll drag Ronnie down here and talk to him for a second. Why not? Hey, Ronnie, you got a copy?
Yeah.
Oh, Ronnie, great job out there. Top split win. And did you feel like anything could have been done there? Chris could have gotten you by any chance? Or, I mean, you started on the pole and led over 60 laps. I know you had to feel pretty confident you had this one in the bag.
Yeah, we actually, Carolina team members had already partnered up, and one of my team members from PMG had dropped out of the race, so ended up working with Chris. He's also a team member of mine. Even though he's from Texas, the club, we just partnered up. Everybody else had already found someone to run with, basically.